What was a moment when you realized your life had changed forever? I've had several significant moments, as I'm sure we all have. When my youngest was 18, I found out I was pregnant. I wasn't married, and my boyfriend at the time was pretty much a loser. He tried to literally force me into an abortion. I couldn't do it. I gave birth to a beautiful son who almost died at birth. So, I knew God meant for him to be here. The second life-changing moment came about 2 years later when I met my future husband. Tomorrow is our 28th wedding anniversary. He fell in love with me, and he fell in love with my son. As we were driving back from our honeymoon, he asked, "Do you know what the first thing we're going to do when we get home is?" I jokingly said, "Clean the house," since we'd left his groomsmen in charge of our new home. But he said, "No, we're going to file for adoption. It's time for that boy to become my son legally." By the way, our house was spotless. It took some effort to track down my ex-boyfriend to sign off on his parental rights. When I finally found him, he cried about what a terrible father he had been. I told him to give the kid a chance to have a good dad. He eventually signed the papers when I said the 3 magic words, "Forgive child support." The last major change came with my aneurysm. I had finished college, graduated with a 4.0, all while raising a child and holding a job. Eventually, I had my daughter and worked my way up to become the president of an accounting firm. Then, out of nowhere, I was diagnosed with a kiwi-sized aneurysm. I had to undergo a 16-hour brain surgery, suffered a stroke, and spent 3 months in the hospital. I went from preparing 1,000 tax returns a year to not being able to find phone numbers in a phone book. I now live with chronic migraines, seizures, left-sided weakness, and a host of other issues. The college degree I worked so hard for feels almost useless now, but I'm alive. Every pain, every day, reminds me of that. My husband just surprised me by taking the day off tomorrow for our anniversary and is driving me 3 hours north to one of my favorite restaurants. I have love, and that's all that matters, and I have my faith.